Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chef Carl from Cooking and Grilling with Carl, and in this video, I'm making for you chicken and pasta marsala right after this. Alright, before we get started with this recipe, let me show you all the ingredients I use for it. Alright, also the ingredients will be in the description below the video. Also, I'd like to welcome back all my subscribers, and those who aren't subscribers, if you like this video, I hope at the end you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Also, share the video and give a thumbs up. Alright, I really appreciate it. So right here, I'm just chopping up my mushrooms. So here I am dicing up my shallots. Alright, right here I'm doing some minced garlic in the garlic press. And right here I'm going in with my pasta. Alright, now I'm cutting up my chicken. And typically when you do chicken marsala, you pretty much leave the breast. You want to pound out the breast and sear it on both sides with a little flour. But I'm going to do mine in chunks. So right here I'm just cutting up my chunks of chicken breast. Alright, so right here is some seasoned flour. And when I say seasoned, I put a little bit of Italian seasoning and salt and pepper in the flour. And I'm just going to dredge all the chicken. And right here, I'm just shaking off all the excess flour. Alright, so now in a preheated pan, I'm going in with some cooking oil. And now I'm going in with my chunks of floured chicken, of dredged chicken. Right here I'm just doing a little salt, little fresh cracked black pepper. And now I'm going to saute everything until it's golden brown. And you don't have to get the chicken totally cooked, because I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna put it in that cookie sheet next to the pan, and then I'm gonna put it back in when I'm making my sauce, as you'll see coming up. Alright, so I got the chicken cooked the way I want it, and so now here I am starting the sauce. So I just went in with some unsalted butter. Now I'm going with my shallots and minced garlic. I'm going to saute those up. You don't want them to start turning brown or anything. You just want to saute them enough where you're starting to smell the flavor. Alright, and here I am going with my mushrooms. And for this recipe I use baby bella mushrooms, but you can use any mushroom that you can get your hands on. So I turned off my fire, and now I'm deglazing the pan with some Marsala wine. And so I turned the fire back on, and the reason I do that so it doesn't flare up. Alright, here I am going with some chicken broth. Just stirring that in. And here I am going with some brown gravy that I made. So I'm just going to stir that together, get it nice and blended together, and then I'm going to let that reduce down by about a third. Yeah, and also the reason why you want to reduce your sauce, because one is going to intensify the flavor of the sauce or the gravy or the broth, and it's going to thicken up as it continues to cook. That flour that was coating the chicken, that's going to act as a roux as it cooks down. Also the reason why I deglaze the pan with the Marsala instead of just pouring it in there with the gravy is because when you deglaze the pan, it's getting all that fine off the bottom of the pan. The fine is all the bits and pieces of stuff you've been sauteing. So when you hit it with that white wine or that Marsala wine or that red wine, all that stuff is going to lift up and it's going to add flavor to your sauce, your gravy, your broth, or whatever. So I just went in with some cold unsalted butter, about 4 tablespoons, and that's going to really smooth out that sauce, give it a nice flavor, and it's also going to add a little bit of depth to the sauce. That's just a trick that we use in restaurants, and I do it all the time at home. Alright, the trick to it though, as soon as you put in the butter, you got to start stirring, because if not, the butter will separate from the sauce. Alright, so now I'm going in with my Pappardelle pasta. And from here I'm going to mix that all together, make sure it's all coated with that gravy, with that sauce. So at this point, the recipe is totally done. Chicken and Marsala pasta. I just want to thank you for checking out another Cooking and Grilling with Carl video. Show some love by hitting that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload other videos. Also, give a thumbs up. That really supports the channel. Also, if anything that you want to see me make, you can put it in the description below. And if you want to further show your support for the channel, you can also check me out on social media. And follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and also Facebook. I have a cooking group called Cooking and Grilling with Carl, and also I have a Facebook page called Chef Carl Robinson Sr. On that note, I say God bless. Catch you on the next video. Go forth in victory. Peace.